Good day, everyone. This is Mr. J, and I'm here to help you out with your math needs. So let's proceed, shall we, with number 10 that states, what is the greatest common factor of 48 and 120? Well, before we begin, we have to be aware that the greatest common factor, or GCF that I wrote on the board, cannot be greater than the smaller number compared. In other words, for example, the smaller number being compared in this problem is 48. Let's say we choose a number greater than 48 or larger than 48, which is 50. Can 50 go into 48? Absolutely not. Which is why we have to use a number smaller or less than the smaller number being compared, which is 48. That's why, for the sake of time, I wrote down certain numbers that may go into 48 and 120. And obviously, to confirm the greatest common factor, we have to make sure that that number that we wrote to the right goes into both 48 and 120. So we'll start off with 2. Does 2 go into 48? Absolutely. Does 2 go into 120? Absolutely. But let's see if there's a number higher than that. We go to 4. Does 4 go into 48? Yes. Does 4 go into 120? Definitely. Therefore, 2 is not our greatest common factor. So far, 4 is. Let's go to 8. Does 8 go into 48? Yep. Does 8 go into 120? Yes. So far, 8 is our greatest common factor. Let's see if 12 would be a greater common factor. Does 12 go into 48? Yep. Does 12 go into 120? Mm-hmm. Therefore, 8 is not our greatest common factor. Could be 12. Does 12 go into 48? Yes. Does 12 go into 120? Absolutely. Okay, so far 12 looks good. Let's go to 24. Does 24 go into 48? Definitely. Does 24 go into 120? Yes, indeed. Therefore, 12 is not your greatest common factor. Could be 24. Let's go one step further. 48. Does 48 go into 48? Absolutely. Well, goes without saying. Does 48 go into 120? Once you do your calculations, it certainly does not. So therefore, 48 does not go into both 48 and 120. Therefore, your greatest common factor, GCF for short, is 24. And this is your final answer. Thank you very much for your time.